In the serene foothills of the Himalayas lay a quaint village named Anandpur. The village, cradled by lush greenery and a sparkling river, was home to people whose days revolved around farming and festivals. Yet, a pall of unrest hung over the community. Crops failed, arguments flared, and a constant tension gnawed at the villagers' lives. One day, news spread of a saint who had taken up residence under the ancient banyan tree at the edge of the village. His name was Swami Pranesh, a man of profound wisdom and unshakable tranquility. They said his presence alone could calm the most restless soul. Curious and desperate for peace, the villagers gathered at the banyan tree to meet the saint. He sat cross-legged on a simple mat, his eyes closed, a faint smile playing on his lips. His aura was magnetic, and the air around him seemed to hum with stillness. A young man named Arjun, who had been plagued by sleepless nights and an unrelenting sense of frustration, stepped forward.
It's Swami Pranesh.
He began hesitantly.
Our village is drowning in conflict. We have lost our crops, our tempers, and our peace. Can you help us?
Swami Pranesh opened his eyes as calm as the still waters of a lake.
Peace is not a treasure to be found outside, Arjun. It resides within each of you, but you must learn to unlock it.
The villagers murmured among themselves, unsure of what he meant. Swami Pranesh raised a hand to quiet them.
I will show you the path to mental peace, but first you must be willing to listen and practice. Are you ready?
The villagers nodded in unison.
The first lesson, silence.
Swami Pranesh began by instructing them to spend 1 hour each morning in silence. Silence is not merely the absence of speech, he explained. It is the presence of awareness. In silence, you will begin to hear your own thoughts and understand your true self. At first, the villagers found it difficult. Their minds buzzed with worries and their hearts raced with impatience. But gradually they began to notice a change. The silence allowed them to reflect, and the noise within them started to settle.
The second lesson, gratitude.
A week later, Swami Pranesh gathered the villagers again. Gratitude, he said, is the seed of contentment. Each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for. Even in hardship, there is always something to appreciate. Arjun, skeptical at first, decided to try. On the first day he wrote, I am grateful for the sunlight that warms us, the river that flows, and the family that loves me. As days passed, his list grew longer, and he found himself smiling more often.
The third lesson, letting go.
One afternoon, Swami Pranesh held up a clay pot filled with water. This pot, he said, is your mind. The water represents your worries. The more you cling to them, the heavier the pot becomes. Let go of what you cannot control, and the burden will lift. A farmer named Raghav raised his hand. But how do we let go, Swamiji? Swami Pranesh's smile deepened. Close your eyes, he said. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, imagine your worries flowing out of you like the wind. Repeat this until you feel lighter. The villagers practiced this simple meditation, and over time, they noticed the weight of their worries diminishing.
The transformation.
Months passed, and Anandpur underwent a remarkable transformation. The crops still faced challenges, and life was far from perfect. But the villagers no longer let external circumstances dictate their inner state. They smiled more, argued less, and worked together with newfound harmony. One day, Arjun approached Swami Pranesh under the banyan tree.
Swamiji,
He said, his voice steady and grateful.
you have given us the greatest gift, the ability to find peace within ourselves. How can we ever repay you?
Swami Pranesh closed his eyes and said softly,
Your peace is my reward, Arjun. Remember, the journey to mental peace is ongoing. Continue to nurture it with silence, gratitude, and the art of letting go.
With those words, Swami Pranesh stood, his simple robe billowing in the gentle breeze. The villagers watched as he walked away, leaving behind a legacy of wisdom and a community forever changed. Under the ancient banyan tree, peace had taken root, and its whispers would echo in the hearts of Anandpur for generations to come.